Okay, I want to explain to you real quickly what makes a Carter knife superior to the other knives that are out there. First of all, we can just rule out all the factory knives. When knives are made in a factory, in every single step in the process of making a blade, there are little tiny compromises made in the interest of production and in the interest of safeguarding the investment in steel and time that compromises Rockwell hardness, compromises grain structure, compromises super thin, super fine cutting blades. The net result of a factory blade is something that's 25% roughly short of what you could realize in that steel in terms of cutting potential metallurgically. So, in the world of hand-forged knives, which is the only way to bring out the full potential, the full possibilities in this steel, what you're looking for in a hand-forged knife is someone who's got a lot of experience, a lot of dedication, a lot of passion, and someone who has, gotten, put in the numbers, who's made hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of blades to perfect the techniques. Why you should buy a Carter knife is I've personally hand-forged and completed over 18,000 knives in 26 years. And I forged them all here with my power hammer. I use the finest steel that money can buy, the Hitachi white steel #1. And in the past I've used the Hitachi blue steel as well, but the Hitachi being the finest company in the world for making steel. I use the finest fuel possible. This is pine charcoal from a pine tree. This is the cleanest and the most carbon-rich fuel source you can use to heat the steel in order to forge it. I forge it quickly and efficiently with the power hammer, forging it completely to shape. Forging blades like this from chunks of steel like that in the minimum number of heats, forging it just at the temperature that the steel likes to be moved at, and that further aligns the grain structure of the steel. I use time-proven techniques that have been used for over 1,000 years, annealing the blades in rice straw ashes, and then cold forging the blade under the power hammer, and then heating the blade again in the pine charcoal fire and quenching it in water, a really severe quenching medium, and then slow grinding the blade as to avoid any kind of friction or any kind of heat in the blade, which would negatively affect the quenching, heat treat, and the tempering. And then finally, and this sets my knives apart alone, just on this standard alone, we hand hone and hand sharpen every single knife to literally a razor sharp edge by hand on stones. We don't just grind an edge in on a grinder and then buff it on the buffing wheels. We do that all by hand. So the combination of superior steel, superior materials, superior fuels in the forge, and superior craftsmanship that's been gained over 18,000 blades, and then finally putting a razor sharp edge on every blade for the customer's enjoyment and satisfaction is what sets a Carter Cutlery knife apart from all the competition. Get yours so you can stay sharp. This is Murray Carter with Carter Cutlery.